Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Okay, well, here's my situation. I started my job at 19, and I invested in the 401k that the company has, and I married my husband when I was in my late 30s. And now I'm in my early 50s. My mom wants to downsize, but I want to buy her a house so she could free up the equity in her house and be able to retire because she's in her mid-70s. And I want to do it to where I want to pull it out of my 401k and buy this. But I also want to not stir up problems with my current husband, because he's financially selfish. He likes to spend the money. He doesn't. I asked if she can move in with us. He said no. I said, let's go find another house big enough for all of us. He said no. I said, then fine, I'm going to buy a house for her. He said no. And I really want to do this for her so she can retire with her. She could retire. I don't want her to have to work for the rest of her life. So I want to know how I can do this. If I can pull money from my 401k, put it into her trust, and then buy the house through her trust so it's protected. Because I would hate for something to happen to me and then him kick her out of a home that I purchased for her.
You know how dysfunctional this sounds?
It's so dysfunctional. He has so many red flags. And I can't do anything because I'm in love with his children because I don't have any children. I'm in love with his children and his grandchildren. So that's where we're at.
Okay. All right. Well, I think what you're trying to accomplish is noble. How you're trying to accomplish it is whacked.
Hey, it's George. That's right. I've been here the whole time, just creeping. Kind of like the creepy spammers and scammers out there using and selling your personal data. Not cool, guys. Not cool. And that's why you need to check out Delete Me. Delete Me will find and remove your info from all of these data broker sites to reduce the risk of spam and scam in your life. Delete Me has already removed my info from over 250 websites that don't have any business having it. And as a Ramsey fan, you'll get 20% off all of their plans, which comes out to less than $9 a month. So after this clip, go sign up and take control of your privacy at joindeleteme.com/Ramsey or click the link in the description to get the deal. All right, back to the call.
How you're trying to accomplish it is whacked.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So, number one, if you pull money out of your 401k and you're in your 50s, you're going to pay a 10% penalty plus your tax rate. So it's going to be like borrowing money at 35% interest. No, that would be stupid. We're not doing that. Not borrowing money. You wouldn't get a mortgage at 35% interest to buy your mom a house. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not doing that. That's
okay.
Your husband's smart. That's not being selfish. It is possible that he doesn't want her to live with you because he doesn't like her.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
That's not necessarily being selfish. It's just having good boundaries.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Winston Cruz, Rachel's husband, a lot, but I don't think he would let me live with them.
Yeah. I would let his dad live with us for. Yeah. No, I get it.
I mean, that's okay. It doesn't make your husband evil.
Selfish. Right.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. There's a possible other scenarios. And the other thing you don't want to do is you don't want to be deceptive with your spouse. That's not ever going to lead to a positive situation, right? That's going to end up in ashes, particularly on a huge purchase. Okay.
Yeah.
So her home is worth what?
She could probably sell it for, I don't know, $280, maybe $300.
And it's paid for.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does she owe on it?
She owes $80,000.
Okay, so she could get a couple of $100,000 to go do something with if she downsized. Instead, you were wanting her to invest that to live on. How old is your mom?
72.
Okay. Is she still working?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And she's taking Social Security probably.
Yes, not much though. My dad, they owned businesses my entire life, and so he didn't think to pay in for her, but he made sure to pay in for himself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Man, Emily, I don't know. I'm a little speechless. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
Well, and I'm like, I'm just concerned for the health of obviously your marriage, but just your just your enjoyment of life. I'm like, when you're in a situation that you feel, it sounds like you're staying in because of his kids and you love his kids, even though you could still have a relationship with them, even if this marriage, didn't work. I don't want you to divorce him, but I do want to see that part of your life healed.
The proper answer, now the way you presented it was, he said no, he said no, he said no. And that's not a proper.
Well, he doesn't even want to mow her yard. He'll go and mow his 90-year-old father's lawn, but he won't mow hers. So
that's irrelevant to this discussion. Okay.
Yeah.
I might not want to mow her yard either. She might bitch at me about it. So
that's true.
There may be legitimate reasons for that too. So, but aside from that, the it's possible that he's looking at and saying, okay, moving in, he may have not done a good job explaining why he said no, or you're not giving us that information, one of the two, but he may have said, no, I don't want her to live with us. I don't think that that's going to go well relationally. She and I don't get along very well. That's a good reason for a no. No, I don't think you ought to buy her a house coming out of your 401k. And by the way, Emily, I just told you that. Okay. I told you why, but I also told you no. And so, I could be painted with the same brush after this call. So, I'm going to go back to what Rachel said. I'm going to go back to, let's start solving this within the framework of a positive relationship in a marriage.
Yeah.
A positive way to approach the relationship in the marriage. Honey, this really means a lot to me. I understand you don't want to live with us. I understand that, okay? That's fair.
Totally.
I understand you don't want me to take the money out of the 401k, and Dave explained to me that it's a huge cost, and so now I understand why you don't want to do that. But this is very important to me, and I do have some money here, and, help me figure out a way to do this. And instead of like, I'm going to hide this from him, and I'm going to put it in a trust where he can't do something about it later, and if you're going to do all that crap, you should be divorced.
Yeah, well, you're enemies at that point. There's nothing about you're working together. It's just, I don't know. And my question would be too, they may not even have the money to
otherwise,
go. Yeah.
They may not be able to do
if
this.
The only way you're able to is to cash out your 401k.
And that's a possibility too. Sharon may want to do something. Winston you may want to do something, and Winston looks at you and says, no,
we don't
have the money.
Yes.
Without cashing in a 401k
and that's not someone
getting
being selfish.
Bludgeoned. And no, I don't want Dave living with us. And that's okay. These are good. That's all fair.
That's what a little bit of what I'm trying to discern to help Emily, because she's obviously the one that called.
Yeah.
Who wanted it. But I feel like everything that was said,
his answers
I'm
may have
leaning
been
more to him of like, there's something here. Now, granted, we want to help your parents. There's a level of honoring them that is wonderful. So I want to get to the root of why their relationship is so terrible, right? If Winston and Mom had a terrible relationship, there's something.
You're going to have a hard time talking to Winston and giving money then, yeah.
Right. So I don't know. Yeah, I would not do your plan, Emily.
No,
I'll say that much.
No, I didn't hear a way for you to do this. I can't help you with this. What I will tell you is, if I were in your shoes, I would work on working with your husband and finding a way to do it by him understanding this is very important to you. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.